89.9 KMOJ, the People Station. That was Kalani. And right now, it is time for Minneapolis 360 with one of my favoriteest people in the Twin Cities, and that is Mr. Anthony Taylor. How are you today, bro?
You know, you have already sealed that spot for me, right? Favorite is, yeah, man. You know, and it took a real short period of time. My favorite is in the world.
I know.
Man.
Well, short, but long, because I mean, it's been what, almost 9 years?
It's almost 8 years.
Almost 8 years. Okay, yep. I've been here. I mean, that's a long time though, and it flew by.
It flies by. It flies by. But with you know what I'm saying? You bring the sunshine in. I don't know where you came from. I know you
right. I see sunshine looking out these windows on West Broadway.
I don't know where you flew in from, but you brought it with you, sister.
Come on, I must say that because you know I love the sunshine.
100%. You out there enjoying it?
Airs. That's what we should have played.
We should have played that.
Maybe on the way out.
On the way out of here. Yeah. You doing good?
I'm good. I'm blessed to see that. I mean, I'm sad to see, but blessed to see that you want to make that announcement.
Not yet. I'm gonna hold it close to the vest.
Okay.
Y'all.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to keep a good secret.
I can't though. I'm trying my best.
Doing a good job.
Listen, my sisters used to always jump on me. I can't keep it. Yeah, I'm always was telling. They was telling on me. Y'all know what I'm talking about, Minneapolis. Y'all be out there, man. Everybody got a snitch in their little family.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
or in your crew.
Man, seriously. So no, I'm gonna wait. This is one of my favorite times of the year. And let me circle back real quick. Welcome to Minneapolis 360. I am your host, Anthony Taylor, from the city of Minneapolis, always riding shotgun with my girl, Glam Life Clem. Always good to see you, sister.
You as well.
You know, it's a beautiful thing, y'all. We can come on air. This has always been one of my favorite shows, y'all. So we talk about jobs, right, Kim? We talk about jobs. We talk about careers. Yep. We talk about being able to have employment where you can take care of your family. You can be outside.
That's important.
That's important. I think a lot of people misunderstand with these times and what we're dealing with. Getting a job, I think might be tough.
Right.
But when we get an opportunity to promote some things about getting some work.
Yeah, we happy to promote it. And we want y'all to spread the word.
And spread the word. We always talk about it. Don't hoard this information, right?
Do not.
Spread this out and give it to your community. And this is always one of my favorite times in Minneapolis because we get to talk about public works jobs, right? And I got a sister that comes on here a lot. One of my favorite sisters in the city of Minneapolis, Monique Fish, with a special guest, Carl Hollie. Monique has always been on this show. She's a big supporter of getting information out to people. And I love when she's on. And I admire her for her hustle, man, because she's all about community. So Monique and Carl, man, welcome to Minneapolis 360. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Thank you for having us.
And Carl will be right back.
Back.
Up there he goes.
Hey, Carl, you on?
Yeah, it just dropped. I'm back on.
Come on, man. Don't be scared. You live on the air, man. Yeah, you can't cop out now, bro.
No, it just dropped, and I was like, hold on.
All right. Monique, welcome, man. Tell us about what you do. You've been on here a lot. People know you, man. But talk about you and what you do for the city.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again for having us on. So my name is Monique Fish. And I am the field support manager here at Minneapolis Public Works. And me and my team really help get people connected to jobs at the city. So we tell people about the opportunities right here in their own backyards to get paid on the job training and really get their foot in the door so they can build their careers. And once they're here, we help them with pathway programs, continuing their training and safety.
And one of the things I think we had talked about a lot when we have you on the show before, these are our careers, right? And I love the fact that when you're going to give a whole bunch of information about that. But let's talk about exactly what Public Works is hiring for right now.
Yeah, so Public Works is the largest department in the city with about 9 divisions and 1,500 people. And we take care of everything from drinking water, streets, paving, garbage, all of that. And the positions that we're hiring for right now are service worker and water distribution operator. So these are the folks that you see taking care of the city in those blue trucks, whether it's out there taking care of potholes or snow and ice removal, picking up our garbage. These are the jobs that we're talking about right now.
talking with Monique Fish, City of Minneapolis, Public Works, careers. We're talking about jobs, y'all. So, I mean, I think one of the things I think is most important, you talked about all of these jobs. And I think what's important for me is that you'll get into it, man, just so much that you're looking for, right? When it comes to experience, some of the qualifications, what you need, Monique. And I love the fact when you get on here and talk about that. So you listed all of these jobs, right? From solid waste and recycling to traffic and parking services. Like, when we're talking about the qualifications, like, what do I need? What type of experience do I need to be able to apply for one of these jobs?
Yeah, absolutely. And before we get into the experience, I want to tell you who we're looking for. We're looking for people who are 18 years or older, have a valid driver's license, and are open to working in all weather conditions. So I know you guys were talking about how the sun just popped out, and we'll thank you to Miss Kim if you brought that for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she did. She always do, Monique.
So we're looking for folks who are willing to work outside in our communities, because that's what we're doing in Public Works. Right. And we're open to people at all levels, whether you're highly skilled equipment operator, or you are just looking to get your feet in the door and need that paid on the job training. We have opportunities for you. So 2026 is that time for you to start fresh and start a new career with the city of Minneapolis. And we're open for these positions right now. So you can go online and look at these jobs. And there's multiple, right? So wherever you fit in, whether you have a lot of experience or you're looking to get started, we have opportunities for you. So if you are looking to earn your commercial driver's license, we can help you with that. We've created a blueprint to creating pathways for our own people, so residents and people who love Minneapolis can continue to support our communities, and we're going to help you with that by creating a pathway for you to build your careers. Another thing that we'd like to tell people is that you must be able to speak and understand English, but that doesn't have to be your first language. We're open to everybody, and we'll work with you. So if English isn't your native language, but you can speak and understand English and drive, this might be for you.
Well, I was going to ask, and those are all great and easy requirements, right? It doesn't take a lot to fill these requirements. I know we do have quite a few folks in this community who are felons. Is it felon friendly?
Good question.
It is. We are a felony friendly employer. So we tell people all the time, not just with us at the city, but don't disqualify yourself for an opportunity before an employer has the chance to do so.
Good.
So, yes, everything with us is on a case-by-case basis. So we will review the information and give you an opportunity to tell your side of the story and how you have overcome obstacles and challenges.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. And the thing about it too, with so much, I think, advantages for people to take advantage of these opportunities, you get a chance to even work in your own community, Monique. So talk about like how important is that? And maybe Carl later can speak on that too, but just talk about how important that is to be able to do those things in your own community.
Yeah, absolutely. So we hear that all the time, is that one of our biggest assets in Public Works is that we take pride in the work that we're doing across the city. And we have so many people who live right here, maybe grew up in Minneapolis, or just have such fond ideas and want so much for our city that they enjoy showing up here. So every day we're out there with community, making sure that we're making this a livable city and doing what we can to help people grow that. So we bring that energy to our work and whatever we do across Public Works, and people really like to see the efforts that they're putting in their daily work show up in the community.
Minneapolis, I mean, if you like working outside, you should be listening to this show, Kim, right? Like,
and even if you just need a good job, right, at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so many people who are in need, and so this is a beautiful thing. Yeah. Now, is this a full all year round, or is it only seasonal?
Monique?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a full-time year-round position, but some of our positions are classified seasonal because your work may change slightly based upon the season.
Gotcha.
So we do snow and ice removal. Okay. So you aren't doing that in the summer, but there's still work for you in the winter as well. sometimes your position might change, the work that you might doing might change slightly, or even the time, your shift. So sometimes during the snow and ice season, we need people 24/7. So you might change a little bit with your shift, but it is full-time year round.
Absolutely. I'd love that. Again, Minneapolis, talking with Monique Fish, Minneapolis Public Works, talking about public works careers. There's a lot of openings, Monique, that you are hiring for. And I'd love for you to talk about that. And plus, like, you're just not hiring people and just leaving them out there bad, right? Like you got like a training program. Like, can you talk about that a little bit? Because I know I'd be a little bit nervous, especially if they asked me to drive one of them trucks,
right.
you know what I'm saying? With them
in the winter and the ice and snow.
Yeah, just out there, right? So talk about that a little bit, Monique.
Yes, absolutely. I'll talk about that. And then that is also why I brought Carl, because he's been through all of it with us. He has been at the city for a long time and is one of those leaders in training. So what's great about these positions is you're exactly right. Whether it is you are new to this field or you have some experience, either way, we're going to set you up for success by giving you training. So our Public Works Service Worker Trainee is a 12-month trainee program, but it is a full-time job. So we are hiring you into a role and giving you an opportunity to learn while you earn. So that 12 months, you're going to be getting your commercial driver's license right here on the clock. So we're going to allow you to use our vehicles. We're going to train you. We're going to send you to the DMV, and everybody who goes through our process has been successful. For the last 3 years, we have not had anybody who couldn't complete that process.
Wow.
And we've been doing this for even longer than that. So we're going to help you get your commercial driver's license. We're going to teach you how to plow and safely operate equipment. If you already have a CDL license, you can start as a Service Worker 1. And these are construction type jobs, but working for the city. So you're going to perform maintenance tasks, drive and operate equipment, do a construction and maintenance work. We also have a water distribution operator trainee, and that position is much like the service worker. Instead of your commercial driver's license, we're going to help you get a water certificate Class D license. So it is another training, hands-on training opportunity, except for instead of a CDL focus, you're going to be focused on water infrastructure. And so you wouldn't be driving a CDL vehicle, but still the same amount of training. So that's a really great opportunity as well. And then again, if you have a little more experience, you've maybe worked with water main pipes and water infrastructure, you can come in as that water distribution operator. Finally, if you have a lot of experience, you've done this kind of work, you've operated heavy equipment, there's a Service Worker 2 position available as well. And all of these are union positions and all open for application right now on the city's website.
Talking with Monique Fish from Public Works. We are talking about Public Works careers. Carl, I want to bring you in, and Monique, I know you'll get a chance to talk about how people can apply in that information, but I'd love to hear from you, Carl. Like, you tell us about yourself, man. Like, what have you done? How did you hear about this? And just your experience so far working for the city of Minneapolis.
Well, I heard about it. My dad actually worked here and retired. I put 30 years in. So I kind of followed in his footsteps and got hired on back in 97. So this is my 29th year.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. So I started young. I think I was 21 when I started. Started at the bottom, did all the manual labor, the asphalt, snow plowing. And over the years, I've worked myself up to being a foreman and now a supervisor, one of the supervisors of the department. So yeah, just kind of lived in this city. I used to come to work with my dad back in the 80s. I'm, raised from the north side. So, it's nice to be able to take care of your community. And I got a lot of family in the community. So yeah, it's a fulfilling job.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's okay to set trip, Carl. Like, what I mean? North side, yeah, that's all good. Like, and the beautiful thing about it, man, your pension gonna hit real good, bro. Like, you're gonna be out of here early, man. So that's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah, that's the one thing. And I tell all the young people that come in, and it's like, don't treat it as a job, treat it as a career if you plan on being here for the long haul. You know, it's a lot of incentives, a lot of places you can go to move around and promote, you know, in the different divisions. They also have tuition reimbursement. So if you wanted to go to school, you know, they also have that. So, yeah, it's a lot of opportunities with the city.
Absolutely. And again, appreciate you carving out some time, you and Monique. Carl, I want to stick with you just a little bit longer. Can you just like tell people what's a typical day for you, Carl? Like, how do you start your day, the middle of your day? Just talk about what that looks like typically for you day in and day out.
For me, I mean, typical day for me is a lot of emails, you know, going through systems, pulling out 311s, coordinating jobs for these repair crews. Mainly I do utility cuts. I'm also in charge of the seal coat program. And then I'm also the night supervisor for the wintertime. So I do snow removal and snow plowing. But typically, yeah, I'm running around these streets and meeting with contractors, looking at jobs, and setting up work for these crews out here. I'm used to being out on the street. I like being outside, so this job is a little different. I try to stay in the office as much as I can doing computer work, but any chance I get, I'm out on the streets running around.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure you building relationships with people in community, right? People on your crew. Like, just talk about how important that is to you.
Yeah, you build a lot of relationships with different departments, different people, different walks of life that actually work here. Especially with the community, I've met a lot of, you know, leaders and stuff in the community, and just helping and partaking in trying to make these streets a little bit better. Same with the alleys, and same with snow plowing and everything, and listening to everybody's complaints and trying to take care of them, you know, as quickly as possible, and making everybody happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, talking to Carl Hollie, works for Public Works under the direction of Monique Fish. And Monique, I want to bring you back here because I know we talked about a lot of information. There's people out here waiting like, dang, and like, when you going to say, like, how can we get to it? What's the deadlines? You know, what are some of the ways you can apply? So I'd love to turn it over to you, Monique, and just talk about, like, if anybody's interested, like, where can they go to apply? And is there a time frame they need to apply in?
Yes, absolutely. So if anyone is interested in these jobs, we encourage them to apply now. So we began accepting applications on November 1st, and we'll be accepting them through December 14th. So to ensure your information and your application is complete, you should start now. In case you have questions and need to reach out to us, we're happy to help you. You can call my team directly, or you could call the HR group, or even 311 can help you if you have questions. And all of the applications for the city of Minneapolis are online. So you would go to minneapolismn.gov/jobs, and you can start your application there. Make sure to put in the information about your work experience, what you've done in the past. Don't shortchange yourself, because many of the skills that you've done at other employers are transferable, and we want to know about that. Good. We're also asking community, if this is not for you, you know somebody in community, right, in your family, maybe downstairs in your basement. These jobs are for everyone. So share the information with friends, family, and community.
And I'm glad you said that too, because I think that's one of the most important things. Kim, we talk about that all the time, right? Like, share that information out with people. Even if you've got a job, you know somebody who knows somebody. Right, who needs a job. And this is important because they need the spots filled and you guys need the money. It doesn't get any better than that. Like, that's a win-win. Right, what they say, fair exchange, no robbery. Right. Monique, and just real quick, like, and I'm glad you talked about applying for these positions. Like, what are some of the and you talked about one, like, what are some of the common mistakes people maybe leave out? And you talked about, like, not shortchanging yourself. Like, what are some things that you want to make sure that people really understand when it comes to filling out the application? Like, what's most important to you, and some of the things you've seen that maybe people forget about? Yeah, absolutely. So the biggest thing that I tell people all the time is, when you create your account, you're going to create a profile for yourself, and you have to put in good information, right? So a valid email address,
write down your passwords and your usernames and all of that. Take a picture, put it in your phone. Remember that, because that's how we connect with you, is through your email. Have a valid phone number so that if we happen to reach out to you to ask you a question, you are getting that information. Check your spam all the time, because a lot of times our city emails go to people's spam, right?
Yeah.
We even have had people say, you come up as spam likely on my phone. During this process, answer those calls, check those voicemails, okay? We also like to tell everybody to make sure that you're taking your time with those applications and you're putting all of your information on there. So we've had people say, oh, well, I've only done this, or I've only been to school. Share your education, share your passion, share why you want this job, and anything that you might have done. Oh, I did landscaping. I worked at McDonald's. That's going to set you apart from somebody who hasn't done anything, right? Mm-hmm. So put all the information, especially if you've operated any equipment. We want you to say, hey, I worked for ABC Company. Worked on a Bobcat, worked on a skid steer. We want you to put that information in there so that we can verify what position that you're interested in and qualified for. If you're not sure what position to apply for all the public works jobs so that you don't miss out on everything. We'll tell you, okay, you don't qualify for this one, but you do qualify for this one, okay? So that's really important to just put your hat in every bucket if you're not quite sure where you fit in.
I love that.
If you have any questions, make sure that you are reaching out to, again, my team, our HR team, or 311. We can all answer the question. There is a wealth of information on the website. If you Google Public Works jobs, it'll come up and you can find everything. One of the last things that I want to point out is that our application closes on December 14th. Mm-hmm. After that, our HR team will review the applications, and then we'll reach out to everybody who meets minimum qualifications for our workplace simulation test. That's going to be happening of the week of January 12th. There is a video of this process on the Public Works website, so you can see exactly what to expect, but that is the only time that we're doing that process. So make sure that you're available the week of January 12th so that you can start this application process with us. And these jobs will onboard. Your first day will either be the last week in March or the first week in April. And it's not one or two positions that we're hiring for. We're at least hiring for 30 people, maybe 50.
Wow.
And this is great information. Like, first of all, you said, like, answer them spam calls. Like, to me, that's like the biggest thing, man. Like, we don't answer those, right?
Y'all leave a message. Monique, will y'all leave a message?
Sometimes. It depends on where you're at in the process. Okay. So, hey, you guys got to answer those spam likely calls.
Yeah, and that's so important. And Monique, I just appreciate you telling, like, the timeline, too, right? I mean, I think that's hugely important. I'm just thinking to myself too, I maybe had a few missteps in school, and I maybe didn't get that college like degree, right? Or I got like a GED. I'm proud of that because I finished something, right? But does that disqualify me, Monique, at all?
Not at all. So for these positions, the minimum qualifications for all of these are 18 years of age, high school diploma, GED, or equivalent. So even if you're here from another country and maybe you don't have that standard process like we have in the U.S., those are going to be acceptable as well. Wow. And a valid driver's license. All of these positions that we're talking about today do require a driver's license. So as long as you will have a valid driver's license by that week of January 12th, come and apply for us.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Excuse me. Talking with Monique Fish as we run up against the clock, Monique, and I'm going to end with you, Carl. So I ain't forgot about you, bro. Like one of the things I think is important, Monique, is you talked about like the applications, right? So we know where to go. I'm glad you shouted out 311 Minneapolis. You can also go to minneapolismn.gov, search Public Works jobs to find that information. Monique. So like we know that we've got the 14th is the timeline deadline, right? Do you accept paper applications?
We do not accept paper applications, only online.
So you have to make sure that we are online, Minneapolis, to make sure that we get these applications in. What a beautiful thing. And Carl, like, you know, you've been on for 30 years, man. You've put in work. You've honestly seen how this has probably changed your life and your family's life. Like, what would you want as a message or any type of information you want to give to community about just how this has impacted you as you've almost put 30 years in the game?
Mm.
Well, I have to say this job definitely helped me out. Single parent. I was able to raise my son, you know, on this, going to work and being here. As far as, you know, the young community, it's like to get in here, get your foot in the door, because like we're saying, there's a lot of opportunity to go other places. You don't have to be a laborer. You don't have to be a driver. I mean, you could all the way up to, if you want to go to school, you could be a city attorney if you wanted to. So
Wow.
There's just, and then you got building inspections, you got utility inspections. So there's just a lot of places that you can find yourself to move up, you know, and that was kind of me, is moving up. My dad retired as a foreman, so I made it a thing I had to one up him and make supervisor.
Thanks.
But no, it's definitely a great opportunity, and it's I'm blessed to be where I'm at right now and being
Yes,
able to
you
raise
are.
a family working for the city of Minneapolis.
Yeah, and you've seen how it is when you was going to work with your pops too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. You know, even in like I said, in the 80s, he worked here and he worked for the MTC bus company. But back before the bring your kid to school, you want to go to work? Yep, I'm coming to work. And so my summers sometimes was at the city of Minneapolis at the age of 10, 11 years old. So I never missed a meal, did never want it for nothing, you know, on a city paycheck. So that was kind of my decision is, yeah, I'm gonna go do this. So I decided to be here and I stuck it out for the long haul. And like I said, I tell people, treat it as a career. If you're going to be here for the long haul, you're going to be here a while, and try to make the best of it and move up and do the best for your family.
Yeah, and one of the things I think is so important is that just that role modeling, right? I think that's 100%. That's a credit to you too, bro,
Yes.
and a credit to your pops too, right, man? Because ultimately, like, we emulate our parents, right? And especially with a relationship from a son to his dad is a beautiful
It
thing,
is.
right? So,
Yes.
big shout out to you, Carl. So.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you know, I love giving roses to people, even though I don't know you, brother. I know your story, right? So I really love that. And Monique, as we ended with you, and again, I appreciate you always carving out this space, right? You know, I always try to get you on as much as I can because I know how much this is important to you. I also know how much this is important to the community.
Yes.
Just talk a little bit, Monique, just what the last thing you want to just say to people as we kind of wrap this show up about these public works careers.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you both. This is important for our community. Share with others, please. If you're interested in a career opportunity with Public Works or with the city at all, if there was information that you might have missed today, we have information coming up across the city between now and that December 14th date. We're working with Mad Dads and Sabathani and Clues and Dakota. So we're out here, Summit Academy. Look on our website. If you Google Public Works jobs, there's an information session site where you can see where we're going to be at talking with community. So you can ask your one-on-one questions, and you can also call 311 and they will help direct you to where you need to go. Remember, those applications, start them now. The deadline is December 14th.
Yeah, and thank you for that. And
Yes.
Kim, we always say, if you don't know, call 311.
Absolutely. And even if you are a little scared about getting on the computer and filling out that application, there are local community, hit us back up at KMOJ. We can help you. I think PPL is one that will help you.
100%. Or grab one of these young people, man, that could like build a computer with their own phone, man. They grab a young person, man, they'll get you where you need to be,
Yes,
right?
just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Like Nike.
Like
No,
Nike,
Nike.
y'all. Hey, Monique and Carl, appreciate y'all. I know it's been a busy day, and for you to carve out some time on KMOJ. It's always a pleasure.
Yes.
Monique, you always welcome sister back on this show. So I appreciate both of y'all.
Come back.
Thank you. We
thanks for the
definitely
opportunity.
will.
Thank you, guys.
Man, like Kim, one of my favorite shows. Like anytime you can be able to give people just information, and it may not be for you, but again, the whole theme of this, it may be for somebody that you know, right? That's the most important thing. Like,
absolutely.
And this brother, like, listen here, Minneapolis, just real quick. Like, I mean, this brother started at 21, right? Probably gonna retire at 52.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying? So, and he's doing something that he loves. He can be in this community. Like, I don't know who winning more than this dude right here.
It's
right
taking
now.
care of his family.
Right. So, yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Beautiful thing, man.
It is a beautiful thing. Thank you, Minneapolis 360. Thank you, Anthony Taylor, because if you guys didn't do this show, our community wouldn't know about all these little hidden gems.
Yeah, 100%. It's all about giving back, and giving out information. I wish that some of these topics we've shared over the years, that I was young enough to have those, or wish they had those opportunities, right? So
absolutely.
If there's a platform that we can do and bring it to KMOJ, which is the People Station, and you sitting up here in the booth, like, come on, man.
Come on.
Man,
come on. You know what? If there is a flyer, I don't know if they have a flyer for that, but I would love to share it on my social media page.
Absolutely.
And make sure that people know. I always try to tell people about things. People ask me all the time about jobs, and I'm always trying to think, oh, yeah, hold on, I know it's something. Right. But when in doubt, I always call you.
100%. Hey, I'll get that to you, man, because I think that's important.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We could put it on KMOJ's page as well.
Always good to see you, sis.
You too.
Bring the sunshine.
Absolutely. Come on, son.
So 2 weeks, like, if we don't expect this, it's a problem.
Oh, my God. No, we got...
We already know our winter struggles, y'all.
I'm going to be praying. I'm just going to pray. Right. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you. Twin Cities, we're going to get back into the jams. Up next, you know what? We're going to paint the town red with Doja Cat. Let's go. Oh, we did say we was going to get some more airs in there, didn't we?
Play that Doja, though. That Doja.
Yeah, that Doja. We're going to paint. Come on, let's go ahead and paint the town red. All right, y'all. Keep it locked. It's 89.9 KMOJ, the People Station.